in 1952 and 1951, if you look at the first census, net per capita availability of water per citizen, 5,177 cubic meters. Okay? 2001 census, it's 3,800 something. 2011 census, it has declined further by 300 cubic meters. Now, all this was happening in years when there were no farmer suicides, no drought. The ways we use water have changed dramatically. And there are huge issues of inequality and injustice in the distribution of that water. Mumbai is a classic example of where you can see that. Then the water crisis, which obviously accelerates the farm crisis, the water crisis is an everyday crisis happening in the form of 5 major transfers of water from one section of society to another. Now the 5 transfers I'll speak of all have great overlaps. They also have unique characteristics. The first transfer is from agriculture to industry. In this state, remember that 6 farmers were shot dead in Mr. Sharad Pawar's constituency of Mawar. Yeah? They were shot dead when they protested the transfer of their water from their lakes to industries, including illegal industries in Pimpri Chinchwad. Okay? And when the police were sent out, they were fired upon, and the water transfer was sanctified, including notwithstanding the fact that RTI showed that some of the industries that were getting it in were actually illegal in Pune. Not that it would have made a big difference to me if the industries were legal. That's one major transfer. Anywhere you go in the water stressed areas, remember that you've come from 5,177 cubic meters to 3,000 and a little bit more in 60 years. You've had a huge fall in water availability. That other form of transfer in industry to agriculture, you can see there's a new PARI story out there on Sterlite. Have you all heard or seen on television? Sterlite, where 11 people were shot dead, 3 more died later, and a few hundred were injured, when the police in Tamil Nadu fired upon protesters from the top of their vans using snipers. Did you see those on television? The guy lying flat on the van. You were firing on your own citizens using snipers, so that you were picking out someone and killing them. It was not a random firing into the audience, into the crowd. You're supposed to fire at the feet. After firing in the air several times in warning, you fire at the feet. No, they're lying on top. No, look at the thing. Sterlite, you'll find on PARI the story which publishes the documents. Sterlite was given water, the water of the people in those villages, and on one hand, highly polluting their water, and then acquiring their water which was not polluted. Sterlite paid the Tamil Nadu government 10 rupees per 1,000 liters. The women of the very village which is affected, Kumarediyapuram, the very villages that are affected, they pay 10 rupees for 25 liters, 40 paise a liter, and as the scarcity gets higher, they will be paying even 1 rupee a liter. So Sterlite pays 10 rupees for 1,000 liters. The poor women of Kumarediyapuram who've got to walk many kilometers to get their water, buy it for 40 paise. For 10 liters, they get 10 rupees, they get 25 liters. The second major transfer of water is the transfer from rural to urban. RTI is done in this state. Maharashtra's RTIs show towns and cities in Maharashtra get 400% more drinking water than villages in Maharashtra. That is the government of Maharashtra data agreed and put out in the RTI response. Now, do villagers do less physical work than urban people? Is their body fluid replacement level much lower than those of urban people? But they get 400% less than you and I do. Okay. Transfer. There's also this question of transfer from poor to rich. But all of us, I live in Bandra Reclamation. I get 24 hours water. I've never had a water cut as long as I can remember. All your water and mine comes from 5 lakes in Thane. Tulsi, Vaitarna. Now, whose lakes are these? These are the Adivasi areas. The people living around these lakes look for one piped connection in their homes. Look for one piped connection in the homes of the people whose water we get 24 hours a day. They don't get water 24 hours a day. You have that transfer. You have a very major transfer, I should have named it as the second transfer, of water in agriculture from food crop to cash crop. Okay. Maharashtra grows sugarcane in Marathwada. This state, by the way, there's nothing, I'm not demonizing the growing of sugarcane. You grow sugarcane is known as the lazy farmer's crop because it doesn't require any work. If you've got a perennial river, etc., you're in West UP, you're near the Ganges, yes, you can have sugarcane. Maharashtra is 93% hard rock. 93% hard rock. Okay? You're drawing on what? Groundwater to do that. Do you know that if you don't hit water in the first 200 feet in Maharashtra, in that area, you're not going to hit it for the next 800? Because of, you're in the Deccan Trap, you're on the Deccan Rock. So since in 2013, the Groundwater Supply Department officially announced that bore wells in Maharashtra are hitting paleohistoric storages of water. Water that could be thousands of years old, particularly in the Latur, Aurangabad, Osmanabad belt. That's another form of transfer. 1 acre of sugarcane in Maharashtra takes 18 million liters to cultivate. 18 million liters of water. Do you know how much 18 million liters is? It is equal to 8 Olympic-sized swimming pools or 9.5 Boeing Dreamliners in capacity. That's it. The fifth transfer is from livelihoods to lifestyles. All over Mumbai, I forgot to put on the photo for you. Go to Borivali, Aquaria Grande. Homes which will finally be 37 floors each. Every single floor has its own private swimming pool. So on just one side of the edifice there are 75. I didn't get the photographs myself in some investigative thing. The builder publishes those photographs in the ads. I last read 3-4 months ago that there are still 11 or 12 flats up for sale. Now the construction workers on that site are all small farmers, agricultural laborers who abandoned their village. You ask them why, they say, "Pani kahan hai sab? Khet mein pani nahi hai." So they have quit their villages because there's no water and come to the cities to build our swimming pools because there is water.